Okay, so you know how everyone's always talking about making money online, right?
Yeah.
And YouTube always comes up as like a way to do it. But then you think about it, and it just seems so hard. Like being on camera and all the editing.
Right.
But what if I told you there's a way to have a YouTube channel
Okay.
where you don't have to be on camera at all?
Really?
Yeah. And it's all powered by AI.
AI for YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a futuristic robot making your videos.
Haha. I mean, it sounds pretty wild, but
It does then.
I'm super curious.
So in 2024, this is actually becoming a real thing.
Wow.
People are actually doing this, like building YouTube channels and making money.
Okay, now I'm really interested.
So think about all the things that used to hold people back from YouTube.
Like, what do you mean?
Like not wanting to be on camera or not knowing how to edit videos.
Yeah, those are big ones for sure.
Well, AI is basically changing the game.
So AI is like taking over those parts,
Exactly.
like doing the editing and stuff.
And even making the videos themselves.
What?
It's called YouTube automation.
YouTube automation.
It basically means you're running a YouTube channel,
Okay.
but you're not the one in the videos or even doing the voiceovers.
So how does that even work?
That's what we're going to get into.
Yeah.
It really all comes down to these powerful AI tools that are out there now.
Okay, I'm all ears.
It might sound a little unbelievable at first,
It kind of does.
but when you really break it down and see what these AI tools can actually do,
Yeah.
it starts to make a lot of sense.
I mean, even beyond YouTube, AI is kind of blowing up everywhere.
It's true. You see it in like,
Every industry, practically.
it's changing so many things.
Definitely.
And on YouTube specifically,
Yeah.
this idea of automation is really giving people a new way to potentially make money online.
And without even showing their face right.
That's the big appeal for a lot of people.
That makes sense. I can see why that would be attractive.
And it can actually be pretty lucrative.
Okay, so how does the money part work?
So you know how YouTube pays creators?
Right, like based on views and stuff,
Right.
ads and stuff.
Exactly. So the more views your videos get,
Yeah.
the more money you can potentially make.
So with this automation thing,
Yeah.
you're basically setting up a system where the AI is creating the content
Exactly.
and then you're earning passively from the views.
It's like building an asset that works for you
An asset that makes videos.
without you having to be in them.
Crazy.
But that's the power of this.
I like it.
Okay, so let's really get into the nuts and bolts of how this YouTube automation thing actually works.
All right, let's do it.
We said it a few times already.
Yeah.
But just to be super clear, we're talking about having a YouTube channel
Okay.
where you are never on camera and it's not even your voice that people hear.
So it's like a completely faceless and voiceless channel,
Yeah, you're behind the scenes pulling the strings, so to speak.
but AI is doing all the work.
Right. It's doing the heavy lifting.
Okay, but
That's where it gets really interesting.
I'm Ray.
AI tools are now so advanced
Okay.
that they can basically handle every step of making a YouTube video.
Like what?
Well, first, you have AI that can write scripts.
Really?
Yeah, like it can actually come up with the content for your videos.
That's wild. I had no idea.
And then you have AI that can generate incredibly realistic voiceovers.
Like AI voices that sound like real people.
Yeah, and they've gotten so good that it's hard to tell the difference.
I've heard some of those. They are really impressive.
And then there's AI that can take those scripts and voiceovers
Yeah.
and actually create videos
How does it make videos?
by pulling from a library of video clips and images and music.
So it's putting together videos from existing footage.
Exactly. And even doing things like adding text and transitions.
It's like having an entire video editing team
Right.
all packed into one little AI program.
It's like magic.
So you don't need any fancy equipment or anything,
Yeah.
just the AI tool.
And you can do it all from your computer.
So it's really accessible for anyone.
That's the beauty of it.
And the potential for making money is huge.
Yeah. So you can see why people are getting excited about this.
Definitely. But
What?
this all sounds a little too good to be true.
I know what you mean.
Like, is this really a legit way to build a business?
It's a good question. And it's natural to be skeptical.
Yeah, because you see so many of them.
Get rich quick schemes.
Yeah, exactly. All over the internet.
But here's the thing.
What?
While you always have to be careful
Right.
and not fall for scams, the core idea of using automation
Okay.
and specifically AI
Yeah.
to streamline content creation,
Yeah.
it's not a scam.
Okay.
Like it's a real thing.
So it's not about getting rich quick.
Yeah.
It's about using these tools
Yeah.
to build something real.
Yeah. And there's actual evidence
Oh, yeah.
that people are having success with this.
Like what kind of evidence?
Well, we've seen examples of people who have used these AI tools and got their channels monetized.
It's approved to make money.
Yeah, in a really short amount of time.
That's short.
Like sometimes in just a few weeks.
Wow.
Not months or years.
That's impressive.
And there are even more crazy examples.
Oh.
Like there's one faceless channel
Okay.
that made over $98,000
What?
from a single video.
You're kidding me.
Nope, it's true.
How is that even possible?
This video was about a really hot topic.
Like what?
The Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial.
Oh, yeah. Everyone was talking about that.
Exactly. So the channel was able to capitalize on that trend
Okay.
and quickly create a video using AI.
And it just blew up.
Yeah, it got tons of views and made a ton of money.
Wow.
It's a crazy example.
It is crazy.
But it shows you the potential when you combine a trending topic
yeah.
with the speed and efficiency of AI.
So it's not just about like pressing a button and then magically making money.
It does take work.
Okay, good. I was thinking that.
It's not completely passive.
So what does the work involve?
Well, you still have to do things like come up with the initial ideas for the videos and choose the right tools
Okay.
and make sure you're consistently putting out content.
So there's still effort involved.
Yeah, there's a good quote from our source material that sums it up.
What's the quote?
It says, "This is the laziest legit business you can build, but it still takes effort."
I like
It's a
that.
good way to think about it.
It's not a free ride.
Nope, but it's definitely a smarter way to work.
Yeah. It's using technology to your advantage.
Exactly.
So for someone who's completely new to this, like never even made a YouTube video before, where do they even start?
That's a great question because it can seem overwhelming.
Yeah, like where do you even begin?
Our source actually lays out a pretty simple 4-step system.
4 steps.
That's it. And it's designed for beginners.
Okay, perfect. Let's hear it.
Step 1 is all about choosing your niche.
Niche.
Your niche is basically the topic of your channel.
Oh, okay. So like what your videos are going to be about.
Exactly. And the advice here is to start with something that's pretty easy to make content for.
That makes sense.
And that tends to be popular.
Okay. Any examples?
Yeah, think about things like celebrity news or what's trending on Twitter.
Okay.
Or top 10 lists.
I love top 10 lists.
They're always a hit.
What else?
You could also do stuff like tech updates.
Exactly.
Or even motivational video.
Oh, yeah, like inspirational stuff.
Exactly.
Things that a lot of people are already interested in.
Yeah, basically you want to tap into existing audiences.
Makes sense. So you don't have to start from scratch.
Right.
What about if you have a really specific interest?
Like a super niche topic.
Yeah, like something you're super passionate about.
It's tempting to jump into those, but the advice is to maybe hold off on those at first.
Really? Why?
Because they can be a lot more challenging.
In what way?
Like the research might be more difficult and the scripting might be more nuanced. And you might need more complex visuals.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So stick with something broader and easier to start.
Gotcha.
Okay, so once you've picked your niche,
Yeah. What's next?
it's time to write the script.
The script for the video.
Yeah, and this is where AI can really save you a ton of time.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
There's this awesome tool called ChatGPT.
ChatGPT, I've heard of that.
It's basically a super smart writing assistant powered by AI.
Okay.
You can give it a topic or request, and it'll actually generate text for you.
Like write a whole script.
Yeah, like a whole YouTube script.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
For example, you could say something like, write a 2-minute YouTube script about the top 5 surprising facts about.
And then fill in the blank.
Exactly. Like a celebrity or a trending topic.
Okay.
And ChatGPT will just spit out a script for you.
So you don't even have to write it yourself.
Nope.
That's a game changer for people who hate writing.
For real.
All right, so now you have a script.
What do you need next?
A voice to read the script.
You got it.
That's step 3.
Yep. And luckily, there are AI tools for that too.
Okay, tell me more.
There are platforms like ElevenLabs and Murph.ai.
ElevenLabs Murph.ai.
They use AI to create voices that sound unbelievably human.
Yeah, I've heard some of them.
They're incredible, right?
It's crazy how real they sound.
It's like they're actually talking.
So how do you use them?
It's super simple. You basically just copy and paste your script.
Into the tool.
Yeah. And then you choose the voice you want.
So there are different voices to pick from.
Oh, yeah. Lots of different options.
Like male, female, different accents.
All kinds of stuff. And you can even adjust the tone and the speed.
So you can make it sound exactly how you want.
Exactly.
Okay, and then the tool just generates the voiceover.
Yep. You'll have an audio file ready to go.
All right, so now we have a script and we have a voiceover.
That's missing.
The video part, like the actual visual.
Ding, ding, ding. That's step 4.
Bring on the AI video editor.
Here we go. So there are tools like Pictory and Canva.
Pictory Canva.
These are platforms that can help you create videos automatically.
Okay.
They have huge libraries of stock video clips and images.
Stock footage.
Yeah, and music too.
So you don't have to film anything yourself.
No, it's all there for you to use.
That's amazing.
And the AI can help you pick the right visuals to match your script.
So it's like an AI assistant for video editing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it can do things like synchronize the voiceover with the video clips.
Everything lines up perfectly.
Yeah, and add background music and all that good stuff.
So it's really like a one-stop shop for creating the whole video.
Pretty much.
That's insane.
It's pretty mind-blowing how much you can do now with just a few clicks.
So it's like what used to take a whole team of people.
A writer, a voice actor, an editor.
Now one person can do it all with AI.
In like a fraction of the time.
So how long does it actually take to make one of these videos?
Our source says you can potentially do it in less than 2 hours.
2 hours? That's it?
Once you get the hang of it, of course.
Okay. But still, that's pretty amazing.
It is. And the source emphasizes that you don't have to be some kind of genius to figure this out.
Yeah.
The key is consistency.
Consistency.
Just keep creating and uploading videos regularly.
So it's not a one and done thing.
Nope. It's about building momentum.
And letting the AI do its magic.
Exactly.
Okay, so now let's talk about the money part.
The part everyone wants to know about.
Right. How do you actually get paid with this whole YouTube automation thing?
So remember how YouTube pays creators based on views?
Yep.
So the main way you make money is through ads.
The ads that play before or during the videos.
Right.
Okay.
YouTube calculates your earnings based on something called RPM.
RPM.
It stands for revenue per mil.
Revenue per what?
Mil. It's Latin for thousand.
Okay, so revenue per 1,000.
Exactly. So it's basically how much you earn for every 1,000 views your videos get.
I see, so it's like a rate.
Yeah.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. So let's say your channel has an RPM of $5.
Of $5 for every 1,000 views.
Yep. So if one of your videos gets 1 million views,
wow,
you could potentially make $5,000 from that one video.
That's a lot of money.
It is, right?
So the more views, the more money.
Exactly. And RPMs can vary depending on a lot of factors.
Like what kind of factors?
Well, different niches have different RPMs.
Niches like the topics of the videos.
Yeah, so for example, niches like finance and education, they tend to have higher RPMs.
Because they have more valuable ads.
Yeah, like advertisers are willing to pay more to reach those audiences.
Makes sense.
And then niches like gaming or meme channels might have lower RPMs.
So when you're picking a niche...
Something to think about.
Yeah, you want to pick something that has a good RPM.
Ideally, you want to find that sweet spot where you're choosing a topic that's trending and relatively easy to make content for, and also has a decent RPM.
So it's a balance of all those things.
Yeah.
Any examples of those sweet spot niches?
Yeah, things like celebrity news are usually a good bet.
Celebrity news.
It's always trending.
True.
It's pretty easy to make videos about it.
And probably has a decent RPM.
Yeah, you could also look at things like tech updates or AI videos.
So staying on top of what's popular is key.
Definitely.
Okay, so we've talked about the AI tools, the different steps involved.
Yeah.
But what about the actual editing of the videos?
Yeah, some people might want to get more hands-on with that.
Or maybe they don't want to edit at all.
Exactly. So what are the options there?
Well, if you really don't want to edit, you can always hire someone to do it for you.
Oh, yeah, that's a good option.
There are tons of freelance video editors out there.
Like, where do you find them?
You can find them on sites like Fiverr and Upwork.
Okay.
And they offer different price points.
So how much does it usually cost?
Our source says you can probably find someone for around $20 to $25 per video.
That's not too bad.
No, especially if you're making money from your channel.
And it frees you up to focus on other things.
Yeah, like coming up with ideas and growing your audience.
What if you're not ready to hire someone yet?
Then you can learn to do some basic editing yourself.
Is it hard to learn?
It's not as hard as you might think.
Okay.
There are some really user-friendly tools out there.
Like what?
Like CapCut or even Canva.
I've heard of Canva.
They have really intuitive interfaces.
So they're easy to use.
Yeah. Our source says you can learn the basics in like 3 to 5 days.
That's not bad at all.
No. And it gives you more control over the final product.
So you can make the videos exactly how you want them.
Right.
Okay, so once your channel starts taking off and you're actually making money, how do you scale it up?
How do you make it bigger?
Yeah, like how do you go from making a few videos a week to maybe making a few videos a day?
Well, one way is to start outsourcing more of the process.
Like hiring people to help you.
Exactly. You could hire writers to create the scripts and voiceover artists to record them.
And editors to put it all together.
Yeah, and that frees up your time.
To do what?
To focus on the bigger picture stuff.
Like what?
Like researching new trends and developing your channel strategy.
And maybe even launching new channels.
Exactly. So you're building a whole YouTube business.
Wow.
And there are actually resources out there.
Oh, yeah.
That can help you with this whole scaling process.
Like what kind of resources?
Well, there are programs and communities that focus on YouTube automation.
So people who are doing the same thing.
Yeah. And they share tips and advice.
Like a support system?
Exactly. And some of these programs offer things like pre-written scripts for popular niches.
That's awesome.
And thumbnail templates to help you design eye-catching thumbnails.
Thumbnails are so important.
They really are. They're like the first impression.
And they can make or break whether someone clicks on your video.
For sure. And some programs even have networks of editors that you can connect with.
So you can easily find someone to help you.
Exactly.
That's really helpful.
Yeah. And they might offer coaching or courses to guide you through the whole process.
Okay, so for anyone listening who's feeling inspired but still a little unsure, what advice would you give them?
I would say just start.
Just start.
Yeah, like don't overthink it. Just pick a niche. Write a script using ChatGPT.
Okay.
Generate a voiceover, put together a simple video, and upload it.
Just go for it.
Exactly. Aim to have your first video up within the next week.
That's a great challenge.
You'll learn so much just by going through the process.
It's true. You can't learn everything from just reading about it.
You gotta actually do it.
And don't worry about making it perfect.
No, your first video doesn't have to be a masterpiece.
It's about progress, not perfection.
Our source has a great quote about this.
Great quote.
It says, "You don't need to be great to start, but you need to start to be great."
I love that.
It's so true.
And it's inspiring to hear about all the different people who are finding success with this.
Like who?
Well, we've heard stories about dishwashers who've built successful channels.
Wow.
And students and even older people.
So anyone can do it.
That's the takeaway.
If they can do it, we can do it.
Exactly. It's about recognizing the opportunity and taking that first step.
What's really cool is how accessible this is now.
You don't need a ton of money or special skills to get started.
The barrier to entry is so much lower than it used to be.
And AI is a big reason for that.
Definitely. It's really leveling the playing field.
It's an exciting time to be a creator.
It is. And it makes you wonder what the future holds.
Yeah.
Like with these tools becoming so powerful, what kind of content are we going to see in the future?
And how are people going to stand out?
Yeah. How do you connect with an audience when everyone has access to these tools?
It's a fascinating question.
Something to think about for sure.
Definitely someone to keep an eye on.
The future of YouTube is going to be very interesting.